So the next question we have here is calculate the difference, and you notice that they write difference big, it's in capital letters. They want to make sure to make emphasis on what it is they want you to do. So we need to calculate the difference between 2,308 and 589. Here you want to remember what the word difference indicates. So difference indicates that you're taking away the two numbers, right? You're finding the difference. The result of taking away two numbers is finding the difference. If they ask us to find the difference between 2,308 and 589, we need to ask ourselves, well, which of these two numbers is the larger one? And we're going to write that number first. Alright, so at this level you have to take away the smaller number from the bigger one. So in this case we're going to put 2,308 first in our subtraction statement, and we're lining up our digits as usual according to place value. So the next number we have to subtract is 589. So we're going to put the 5 in the hundreds position, 8 under the 0, and then the 9 under the 8. Alright, so now we have to do subtraction. So in doing subtraction, we have to take into consideration the fact that you can't take away bigger numbers from smaller ones. And if we go to our ones column, we have to subtract 9 from 8, which is not possible. Now, in subtraction, whenever we encounter problems like this, you have to go to the next place value, position, and borrow from there. But when we go to the tens column, we notice that we have a 0. So we can't borrow from 0, there's nothing to borrow. Now, that means we have to move to the next position, right? So we move across to the next position, and this is where we find 3. So we're going to borrow from the 3. So when we borrow 1 from the 3, this leaves us with 2 in the hundreds column now, right? But we're borrowing 1 from here, and we're carrying that across to the next position. But since we're not trying to subtract in the tens position but the ones position, when we add 1 here, the next thing we have to do is borrow 1 from this position. So I have 10, I'm going to borrow 1 from the 10, which would leave me with 9, and then I'm going to carry that 1 to the next position. So now I have 18 in my ones column. Alright, I have 18 here because when we borrow the 1 from the tens position, this gives us a group of 10. So 10 plus 8 would give me 18. So now I'm subtracting 9 from 18. And subtracting 9 from 18 is going to leave me with a difference of 9. Now I'm going to go to my tens column and I'm going to subtract the digits there. 9 take away 8 leaves me with 1. So now I go to my hundreds column and we come back to the same sort of problem like before, right? You have a digit that's less than the one that you want to take away. So we go to our next position, which is our thousands position, and we're going to borrow from thousands position. We'll remain with 1 in our thousands position now, and we carry that group to the hundreds column. So we're going to add that to the hundreds column digit, and you're going to subtract from 12 5. So when we subtract 5 from 12, we should get 7, and then we go to our thousands column. We have nothing else here to subtract, so 1 take away 0 just leaves us with 1, and we get the difference to be 1,719. Alright, so that's how we do the difference. So remember, difference means to take away.